Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video, so wherever you're watching from, just subscribe to the channel and like my video for support. I do not want to do a long introduction, so let's just get straight into it. So it is safe to say that the game has just begun because wow, the chaos the PAPAGHOST and Lerato came with in that house. It has all the housemates shaking in their boots. Okay, so let's start from the top on how they came into the house and what kind of strategies that they have to disrupt the house. On Sunday, we saw Lerato and PAPAGHOST being moved from the main house and being like kept away into a cabin, just the two of them. But that was just not for just chilling and vacation and all that. It was for them to strategize and watch the housemates and figure out the plans to disrupt the house. That's why they had a notepad and a pen for them to write their strategies down and for them to discuss their strategies. So the four strategies that they came up with was they have to, first of all, wreck the ECTM or the polygamous relationship that is happening between Jared, Mich Els, and Liema. They felt like that was the most threat that they had in the house because it gave the house content. It's the most exciting thing that's happening in the house. So they figured that they should break that polygamous relationship, so for them to be at an advantage. And the second one was for them to bring Mich into the mix as their partner in crime, sort of for them to get the gist of the house and to work with them in disrupting the house. And also they wanted to bring in Z into the mix also, and they wanted to bring in Makeke into the mix also, so that they work with those people to gather information around the house, because they know the housemates will not talk directly to them, but they do trust those people to spill their guts out to those people. So they wanted information from Makeke, Z, and Mich. The other strategy that they came up with was to suffocate Mark Jr., not literally kill him, but like to be on his neck. They want to break the friendship or the alliance that Mark Jr., Daki, and the unspoken alliance with Sinai too, and that mix. They want to disrupt that alliance. So that's the game plan. Also, the game plan was to cause chaos and plant seeds of doubt into the housemates' heads, like play mental games with them, so as to say. So that's their strategy, and that's basically what they discussed when they were at the cabin. Back in the house, we see the likes of Uyolanda sitting the housemates down so that they talk about the wager. She was against them focusing on the wager's practical side of the wager, other than them to focus on the theme of the wager, which actually made sense, because if you only focus on the practical but you're not sticking to the theme, then it's not going to work. They're going to lose their wager if they just focus on the practical. And the theme of the wager was sacrificing yourself for the well-being of the housemates. And she was talking about she knows how inconsiderate she can be by being loud and voicing out her opinions and just by shouting all over the house. So she was basically saying she's going to tone it down for the good of the house. But as much as she's going to tone it down, she's not going to apologize for anything that she has done, because the housemates have also been inconsiderate when it comes to her, because she named the likes of Jared. So like 2 bottles of lotion came into the house for the housemates to use. Jared took one for himself and left 1 bottle for the other 14 of them to share. She named the likes of Els. She said that Els was on kitchen duty and she was serving people, and she asked her to serve her because she was giving away the big pieces to the other housemates, and she completely ignored her when she asked us to serve her. So, and she also spoke about Willie, that Willie was on meds during last week, so he couldn't drink, but he still took the alcohol and decided to give it to Z, which was, if you're not drinking, you're not drinking. Leave the alcohol to the other people that want to drink. Don't take the alcohol if you're not going to drink. So that's what she was saying. She was saying the house always paints her as the villain. In as much as she is loud, they try to pick on her, but they do not realize their own mistakes also when they are doing that. So, amidst of all the chaos, Els decided to tell the housemates that Yolanda, Juenza, and Mitch were having a discussion outside on how they're going to disrupt the house in that same evening by creating chaos within the housemates. She said that they were planning that they're going to make noise, make them not do their work properly, something along those lines. I'm just paraphrasing. And Mitch heard this news and he was pissed off. He was really pissed off because, as much as Mitch was sitting there in the conversation, he never mentioned all of that. He was there, but he never said a word. The conversation was between Chuenza and Yolanda, and it was not about that. Chuenza was basically telling Yolanda to tone down her noisiness. And Yolanda was saying, no, I'm not going to tone down her noisiness because she is frustrated at the housemates and the way that they treat her. But Els decided to spin the story, to suit her needs, as she thinks she's up for eviction this week, the fake evictions, of course. So she's trying to create content, and Mitch was not having it. Mitch went in on Els. He was not having it at all. So after that, while all of this was happening and everything, Big Brother was like to the housemates. He announced that he had a gift for them outside. And the housemates were so excited, they rushed outside and there was a big box. And people like Els and the other housemates were speculating that probably there is Lerato and Papaghosts in the box, and of which they were right. Surprise, surprise, Lerato and Papaghosts came out of the box, they jumped out of the box, and the look Papaghosts had screamed, I am here. She understand. He was like, I am here. What you gonna do about it? Try me. And the housemates were confused. Some of them were happy. Like Yolanda, she was happy. Z was also happy, I guess, because I don't trust Z. Yeah, man. The housemates such as Dagi, Mike Junior, Sinai, they couldn't fake the look on their faces. They were just not having it, hey. And okay, they get into the house. And immediately they're like, we know what you've been saying about us. We've been watching everything that you were doing and what you've been saying about us. So we know each and everything that you've been saying. And Lerato went to Boom and said, you are the next target. That's it, isn't? Then Lerato and Papaghosts now started operating the house. Mitch was happy. Like, Lerato Papaghosts, come, let me tell you what the housemates have been saying about you while you were not here. And that's when Mich and Papaghosts started talking and they made an alliance for them to work together. They also spoke to Z and made an alliance to work together with her. And they also spoke with Makeke and had an alliance to work with them, obviously causing a clear division in the house, of which that's what they wanted. They do not want the kumbaya family stuff happening, so they want to clearly cause a division in the house by working with those people. After that, Lerato and Papaghosts obviously had not had their meal, so they were not they didn't have food to eat, so they started buying meat outside, and they were busy talking to Yolanda, and then Liam showed up, and Papaghosts was telling Liam people like Liam the songstress. And Liam kept asking Papaghosts what you mean by that, and Papaghosts told her that, okay, you know what, I'm going to tell you tomorrow. Just leave it for tomorrow. I'll tell you in detail tomorrow. Then Liam left, and went to her crew to spill the news, typical Liam. And she said, yeah, but I feel like Liam kind of like twisted some of the words that PAPAGHOST said, because now she was saying people like her and people do not like Jared's game. And I feel like she's clearly just manipulating Jared to think that probably people outside do not like him and his game is not serving him well, so that she could keep Jared all to herself. That's what I think. That's just my opinion, but I might be wrong. So Vegas manipulated Liema into thinking, you know what, I'm gonna tell her that people like, because remember some of the strategies that I mentioned beginning of the video, that they said they want to break the polygamous relationship that they have. They already did that by planting a seed of doubt on Liema's head that the polygamous relationship is not working for them. And Liema decided to in turn manipulate Jared into thinking that the polygamous relationship strategy that he's doing is making him the villain outside of the house. And that was quite an interesting twist and turn over there. And yeah, that's what happened yesterday. For all the catch up, for all the gossip and the updates, please do subscribe and turn on your notification bell. It'll be sure to give you all the news in detail, and yeah, the exciting updates that be happening in Big Brother's house. Ciao.